Now, here's where I get to tee you up. And I don't know which one of the Ohio State receivers is going to be one, but I mean, I get to learn about Olave or Wilson here, right?
Yeah, no, you don't. Sorry. I know. I'm no Ohio State guys in my top 5. I understand. I'm going to be – and at Ohio State, I'm sure they love me there already too because I was so good with Justin Fields last year. But I really love Olave. Yep. I like Wilson a lot. Yep. I like Olave more than Wilson. I will say that.
Yep.
They were certainly the guys I looked at right on the fringe of this list.
Yeah.
You know, and I understand they're popular names, and I'll dive into it more.
Yes.
But they're not Jameson Williams of Alabama. Let me just tell you that.
Jameson Williams, number 1. I want to hear about him.
Yeah.
What you do with the injury, and we're going to get to the Ohio State guys after this, but why is Jameson Williams number 1?
Jameson Williams is, like, to me, the most slam dunk, easy valuation I've seen so far. I mean, again, he's Jerry Jeudy with another gear, right? He's Devontae Smith with a little more strength to his game than Devontae Smith. I look at Jameson Williams and just go, you name it, he can do it. You know, arguably the best route runner in the draft. Arguably the best yards after the catch after the draft. Arguably the guy that I'd go, oh, you just want to throw a go route? He's the guy I want to throw it to. Get to see it against all types of competition. Get to see all types of routes. You know, even for a guy that's 6'1.5", 179 pounds, plays like Devontae Smith, plays way stronger than his size would indicate. And again, that's not only just the route running. Yeah, he can take some bumps and some rubbing and some tugging as is going down the field. And maybe I shouldn't have put it that way, the rubbing and the tugging. But I know, getting an X-rated podcast here. But also, what I was more impressed with, too, is how many tackles he breaks. You know, to me, compared to the Ohio State kids, this is first off, he's faster than the Ohio State kids. Right,
which
off
is where
the bat.
he was
right
at Ohio
exactly,
State.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, no.
He makes way more happen after the catch, right? And he breaks tackles. Like, you watch Jameson Williams clips, you watch a game, slants over the middle, runs through arm tackles, stiff arms people to the ground, turns it back on, runs for 40 yards. His start-stop ability, I mean, him and Christian Watson, it's off the charts good for their double moves. Like, their ability to go down and run a 10-yard, I'm going to stop and then restart and go. I mean, it's as good as anybody in the NFL. It's that type of good. To me, this is a slam dunk superstar receiver, but he has the ACL question, and that puts a question mark in this thing.
I want to get to the ACL for sure and what that means. First, though, I want to spend just a moment here. I know you're not a big numbers guy.
Yeah.
Production in college can mean a lot. Doesn't have to mean everything. 20 yards per catch.
Yes.
Right under 20 yards per catch in the SEC. Better than Waddle, better than Smith, better than Jeudy. What's your read into that yards per catch?
It's real. It's real, too. And then this is, to me, where, you know, not all 50-yard posts are created equal.
Right.
You know, I'm going to get into a little bit, like, where I go, hey, Garrett Wilson, 50-yard post, is usually against, like, the most unbelievable look.
Yeah.
And he's matched up against the safety. And I'm going to go, Jameson Williams, 50-yard posts are like corners playing him man-to-man, safeties also back there trying to run with him, and he runs by both of them. Like, that's, to me, is where it's a little different. That's where he separates himself, especially from the Ohio State guys, but the rest of them. And then I think the yards after catch thing is real. That's where I think it adds to it. So, wait, he can run deep. He can run a post corner and never even break stride. He can do all that. But you see like so many plays where you go, hey, he caught the ball at 5 yards, but he got 27 because he just ran through an arm tackle or stiff armed somebody and turned it on and made one more guy miss. And that to me is where he's a little different than the rest of the group.
Yeah, and everybody, not everybody, but all these first-round pick wide receivers at Alabama all had really good yards per catch. But 19.9 is enough different where I wrote that and I'm like, I've got to find out, is this just him running by people or is there something else? And the fact that he's doing more than just catching the post over the top says a lot.
It's a little of all of it. It's a little of everything, let alone he always has that ability to, you know, run the post, run by everybody, go route outside, run by everybody. I mean, to me, he was by far the guy that DBs were scared of more than anybody that I watched in this whole thing, right? You know, of course, Christian Watson, it was a low-level competition. Some of those DBs were, like, literally running 4 seconds before the snap, like, I got to get back. But, yes, you could tell in every Alabama game you watched, DBs, even when they wanted to bump, when they got close to set hut, they started going backwards. And like, oh, I'm going to give them some room. because he's going to run by me, and he can run by anybody. He is so smooth. It is whether he wants to run the more of the slant and then come back out, chop the feet, stick the foot in the ground, or he wants to run, let's say, the 20-yard in cut, and he runs at full speed and just puts one foot in the ground and seamlessly breaks over the middle. That, to me, is where he's good. And then the last thing is, I always write this down as kind of like he does the Debo snatch out of the air. And that, to me, is where him and Watson and even Pierce had this a little bit too, to me, where they separated themselves. They can catch the ball full speed, running over the middle, and just never break stride and rip the ball out of the air, and there's no slow down transition step to go, wait, now I tuck the ball away, now let me regather and start speeding up again.
Meaningful quality in the NFL.
To me, it's huge. Yeah. Exactly right. It's one of those things we overlook as evaluators sometimes, and you go, all right, but if that guy's like tuckling the ball in, it's not going to be the same in the NFL. He's going to get tackled right there. And you want to know why Deebo Samuel's always running down the middle of the defense. It's because he can do that without ever breaking stride.
All great stuff.
Thank you.
You mentioned the one negative. It's a big negative. It's a giant question mark. Torn ACL in the national title game in January. Wasn't that long ago. If you use a top 10 pick on somebody, you want him to play in September. So teams like the Jets, they pick at 4 and 10. They'd love to have the best receiver in the class. What do they do with this evaluation as it pertains to their early picks?
He'd be a guy at 10 where, again, you'd have to read the room the right way and the draft the right way, where maybe if you're the Jets, you're thinking about trading down a little bit. Maybe you think he's a guy that I would say I'd be willing to draft him a few spots higher. And so what? We don't have him for the first 4 weeks of the year.
Especially if you have a pick at 4.
That to me, and again, they got Corey Davis. They got Elijah Moore.
Yeah.
They got a lot of other picks left in the draft.
But they clearly want a wide receiver based off of how they behaved the last couple months.
Yeah, they need a game breaker. Right. We know they gave Tyreek Hill and the Kansas City Chiefs basically the same offer the Dolphins did. He'll just pick the Dolphins. He wanted to live in Miami. He's from there.
Yeah.
So, but yes, this would be the type of guy that I'd go, oh, this makes sense. You want a Mike LaFleur run game. You got the other receivers that kind of do everything. Now we need the guy that scares the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
And that, to me, is this guy.
Right.
And so what? ACL, you and I both know, 2022, it's not nearly as dangerous as injury as it used to be.
Right.
Most guys can be close to 100% after 8-9 months, like close to 100%. 10, 11 months, you go, oh, damn, it's Odell Beckham Jr. in the playoffs. You go, he's hitting on all cylinders again.
Right.
And it was just barely a year. Right. So he'd be a guy, I guess what I'm saying is I would maybe draft a little higher with the injury there.
And I know I've said this a couple of times, that we want to get to like assigning kids with where they might fit the best later on sometime in April, but the ACL injury is such a part of his evaluation, and it's such a part of wondering, okay, what's going to happen with him?
Yeah.
Do you think he gets out of the top 10? You don't have to pick a team.
No, I think he won't. I don't think he'll go top 10.
Won't go top 10.
I don't think he will.
Top 15?
I think it's right in that range.
Okay.
I feel like a 15 to 20 is probably where I want to say him with all the circumstances surrounding this here.
Yeah.
I will say, no ACL. To me, this kid is a top 10 pick. If Devontae Smith was last year, Jamar Chase, to me, this guy is right there in that class of player. No question. Better than Henry Ruggs coming out.
Yeah.
Not even close. Better than Jerry Jeudy coming out. Where, what was Ruggs? The 12th pick, 11th pick? Jeudy was like 14 or 15 to me. So, 12th for Ruggs. Yeah, to me, there's a significance. Like I said, he's Jerry Jeudy route running with a 6th gear that Jerry Jeudy didn't have.
Better than Smith and Waddle?
He's very much like a Devontae Smith. That's really what he, to me, is.
Body
it's
type
that
is for sure.
It's that body type. And he again, I think he's 10 pounds heavier than Devontae Smith. But yes, the way he runs routes, the way he gets off the ball, to me is very similar to Devontae Smith. Plays tough. I mean, really is. He's fearless. And like I said, the one thing I liked a little bit maybe more than Devontae Smith was his ability to absorb contact with the ball in his hand, and even when he was running routes, and maybe not quite be as affected as Devontae Smith was. Yes, no ACL, top 10 pick for me for sure.
How many Rockets pre-ACL?
Yeah, it's 3.5. It's up there.
The leader.
I mean,
in the leader house.
Some of the catches and the turn it on, and you go, he's going to get pushed out at the 20, and you go, what? He turned the corner and scored? I mean, there's like 6 or 7 of those where you just go, no way did he turn the corner against that team, where I know they got 4 guys in the DBs. So that's to me where he went above and beyond.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.